Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday morning, October the 29th, and I hope you're doing well this morning. Another beautiful day. Let me say good morning to everybody. Good morning, my mom. I love you, Mama. Good morning to Wendy, and good morning to Mignon and Rashad. And Rashad, I'm glad you're recovering well, and we'll continue to keep you in prayer. And the Lord is good, and He is more than able and more than faithful. Good morning to Ruti and Boker Tov, and be safe until you return on Tuesday, I see. And I see we have Sonia. Good morning, Sonia, and Naum and Sarah. Hi, sweet Sarah. Love you. Good morning to Terry and Elizabeth and Salome and to Jesse and Philip. Good morning, you guys. And to John and Jan. Morning, gang. And good morning to I said Terry. And Charlene, good afternoon in Texas. Good afternoon. I don't know if you talk like that, Charlene, but lots of folks in Texas do. But lots of folks in a lot of places do. Where I grew up, everybody talked like that. It's a real, hey. Okay. Anyway, let's see here. And good morning to the Eddies. You just said the Eddies, so now I got to pull out everyone's name out of my noggin. You didn't put everyone's name down to make it easy for me. So, good morning to David and Levi and Haven and Valor and Everett and Lauren. Good morning to all of you as well. But don't do that to me every day. There's a lot of names. Good morning to Willis and Deanna and to Sonia Valenzuela. Buenos dias, hola hermana. And to Jerry and Janet. Good morning, you guys. And good morning, buenos dias to Elva in Mexico City. All right. Okay, well, we are today is the 29th. We're going to do Psalm 59 today. It's a great psalm. So we open up Psalm 59. This is for the music director, and it's to the tune of "Do Not Destroy." Love that tune; it's my favorite. It's a Michtam of David when Saul sent men to watch the house to kill him. So it was a really, really great time for David. And so that we get the context, and I think before we read the psalm, I want to read the portion that it probably refers to in 1 Samuel 19. And my dogs, I don't know if they're here wanting to make two of them or wanting to be close here. All right. 1 Samuel 19, starting in verse 10. Saul sought to pin David. David's playing the harp to kind of soothe Saul, and Saul's not having it. Saul sought to pin David to the wall with the spear, but he slipped away from Saul's face so that he drove the spear into the wall. That night David fled and got away. Then Saul sent agents to David's house to watch him in order to kill him in the morning. But David's wife Michal warned him, saying, "If you don't escape for your life tonight, tomorrow you'll be dead." So Michal lowered David down through the window, and thus he went, fled, and escaped. Then Michal took a household, like a household idol, it says, laid it in the bed, put a quilt of goat's hair at the head, and covered it with a cloth. So by an idol, it just means she put something physical there to make it look like David's sleeping. Covered it with a cloth. And when Saul sent messengers to arrest David, she said, "He's sick." So Saul sent agents back to David. "Sorry, you can't kill him today. He's not feeling well." They're like, "Oh, okay." So Saul sent the agents back to see David, saying, "Bring him up to me in the bed so I may put him to death." Like, I don't care if he's on a sick bed. Bring him here and I'll kill him while he's sick. I missed yesterday. I threw that spear and I missed. So just bring him to me. And when messengers came in, behold, the household idol was in the bed with the quilt of goat's hair at its head. Saul then said to Michal, "Why have you deceived me like this and let my enemy get away so that he escaped?" Michal answered Saul, "He said to me, 'Let me go or I'll kill you.' So David fled and escaped, went to Samuel at Ramah, and told him all that Saul had done to him. And then he and Samuel went and stayed at Naioth. So there's the context that his house is surrounded. The men are there to kill him, and we see his escape. But we also see in Psalm 59 what's happening, what David's wrestling with within his heart and with the Lord. And so Psalm 59, he says to the Lord, deliver me from my enemies, my God. Not Saul. Deliver me is not Saul. It means to snatch away, extricate, get me out of here. I need you to pull me out, snatch me out from, I'm surrounded, and I need a way of escape, Elohai, my God. And then he says this, he says, can you let the dogs out? Rivka just called them. Sorry. Then he says this, set me on high, away from those who rise up against me. So this word "set me on high" is a word that we're going to see repeated throughout this psalm, and it's really the theme of this psalm. So it says, "From those who rise up against me," is the word kum, but it's mimit komamai. Is those who are standing up, rising up, trying to get me. They're raising themselves up to get me. And so he says to the Lord, I need you to sagav. Sagav is this word, or misgav. Sagav is to raise me up high in an inaccessibly high place, to fortify me, to raise me up. They're lifting up, but I need you, Lord, to snatch me up in a place that they can't reach me. Set me in a place. You remember when you were a kid and there was always someone who, I don't know if you went through this, but I was never tall, and there was always someone taller than me, and they do the thing where they hold your head and they're like, and you'd kind of flail your arms and you couldn't reach them. And you didn't know well enough to hit their arm instead of... Anyway, so he's like, Lord, I need you to raise me up so that they can't reach me. So they can swing all they want, but I need you to set me in an inaccessibly high place, in a fortress that they cannot reach. And again, verse 3, he says again, uses this word, not Saul, snatch me away, extricate me, deliver me from workers of iniquity, from Pa'alavan, those who produce wrongdoing, that's what they do. I need you to pull me out of this. And then again he says, rescue me. Now here he uses the word Hoshiani, like save me, deliver me. Yeshua is in that word, Hoshiani, my salvation, my deliverer. Deliver me, Lord, save me from bloodthirsty men, from the men of blood. Verse 4, as he's talking to the Lord again. So you have this picture, though. He's run from Saul, who threw a spear at his head and missed, and now he's in his house. His house is Saul's sent men. They've surrounded his house. He's going to come out at some point, and we're going to kill him. So he's able to look and be like, this isn't good. His wife is looking, going, they're going to kill you if you hang around here. But the way of escape, even though he's let down through the window, his escape is not the window. And even though he goes to talk to Samuel, his escape is not Samuel. He knows that his hope is in the Lord. And so he calls on the Lord and he says, Kihine, because look, for behold, look at this. You see, Lord. For look, they lie in wait for me. They've set an ambush, he says, to attack my soul, my being. They lie in wait for my being, is what it says. The word, I don't know why it's not included here, but the word nephesh is in. They set an ambush, aravu lenafshi, for my soul. Defiant men, azim, strong men, prevailing men, stir up strife against me. They're attacking me, not for my transgression. And the word there is pishit, not that I've rebelled, not because I'm somehow a rebel against Saul. They're coming against me, not because I have rebelled, not because I've revolted. And it's not, and v'lo chatatai, and not for my sin, Adonai. Like I was playing my harp. I was playing a soothing song. And now they surround me. They've set an ambush for me to take my life, to take my being. Not because I rebelled. Not because I sinned. And so he's laying out the case before the Lord, though he says, look, Lord, I need you to see this. Do you see what's going on? Now, he knows the Lord sees, and yet there's this conversation, Lord, when it feels like, Lord, don't you see? You know, there are times where, because the Lord doesn't always act in our timing, that it can feel like, hello, any day now, any moment now would be great. Verse 5, he says, for no guilt of mine, they run and set things up. Awake, Urah, Urah! He calls out, wake up, arouse yourself, rouse yourself, God. Wake up, help me. Come to me is what he says here. Likrati, kara, it's from the word kara, means to come. Come to me. Come to me. Awaken and come to me and look and see. Look with your own eyes, he says. Come and be with me and look for you. Va'ata. So there's this emphatic you, verse 6. For you are Adonai Elohei Tsevaot, the God of Israel. I need you because you're the God of armies. You're the God of angel armors. You're the God who fights. You are the God who is lifted high. Rouse yourself to punish all the nations. So now this rouse yourself here is a word hakitza, and it's like awaken as if from a deep sleep. So when one, it has to do with like when one seems like they're completely passed out, you know, to awaken from that. And he's saying, Lord, please awaken, rouse yourself. Like I need to see you at work. Show no mercy, or he says, al tachon, show no favor. Don't show them favor. Don't show favor to any of the iniquitous traitors, to these, to all who are they're sinning in faithlessness, in deception, in treachery. This is not rooted in truth. This is not rooted in reality. This attack, them lying in wait. Please don't give them favor in this moment. Don't let them prevail in this moment. I'm surrounded. It looks like they're going to win. Like, I don't know. I need you to come. Will you come? Please, hurry, come, look. And there is this desperation in his voice. Verse 7, they return at evening, so they come at night. They come at night, snarling like a dog, prowling about the city. So there's this picture, he says, roaring like a dog, Yehamu, roaring like a dog. So, barking, snarling like a dog. And they're going around, that misaviv, saviv, going around and around, surrounding me. These dogs that growling, trying to intimidate me, surrounding the city, surrounding me. And then he says, Hine, look. They are spewing with their mouth. Nava, they are pouring forth, bubbling over with their mouth. Swords in their lips. And here's what they're saying. After all, who is listening? Ki mi shema. Because who is listening? Ki is because me. Who is listening to act? They're prowling around. The sin of their mouth is an arrogant. Who's listening? Who can do anything? Come on out, David. No one's listening. No one can save you now. Swords from their lips. Verse 9. As they surround him, as he looks down on them and has no escape, he now looks again to the Lord and he says, Va'ata, Va'ata Adonai, but you, there's that emphatic you, but you, Adonai. You, Adonai, they're surrounding me, right, with their lips, swords coming out. Who is listening, right? I'm locked in, surrounded. They're snarling, spewing out threats with their mouths, arrogantly, confident that they surround me, confident that no one's listening to act for me. But you, Lord, you're laughing at them. Shachak, to laugh, to mock, to revel. The Lord's looking at them. He says he recognizes that the Lord God of angel armies is looking at these guys that are prowling around, and he just, okay, all right. And then it says, you scoff at all the nations. You is la'ag, to stutter, to mimic, a mocking derision. So the Lord's kind of like, okay, what are you gonna do? You're gonna get mine. He's mine. And there's this recognition that the Lord's not shaken. I'm in this place surrounded. But you, Lord, okay, you see. You see. And this doesn't make you tremble. You kind of snicker a little bit. Is that what you think you're going to defeat? You think ultimately you're going to win? God's rolling his eyes at the arrogance of the wicked. Verse 10, Uzo, oh my strength, my strong one, the one who prevails. I watch for you. He says, toward you I keep watch, is the language here. Oh my strength, toward you I keep watch. For God is my strong tower. Right? God is my miskavi, from the word sagav again. I asked you, Lord, right? I asked you, Lord, in verse 2, David called on the Lord, rescue me, deliver me. Those who are rising up against me, will you put me in an inaccessibly high place? And then here he recognizes, I'm going to keep looking to you because you are that inaccessibly high place to those who would seek to. As long as I'm in you, they cannot reach me. In you and in you alone. So even though we know later he goes down through the window, right? The Lord is his strong tower. He may go down to the window, but he is lifted up. He says, you are my strong tower. You are, in verse 11, he continues, Elohai, my God, in his chesed. And there's a repetition of chesed. It says, chasdo, chasdi. Kind of like his chesed, my chesed. His love is his love toward me. In his intense covenant loyalty and faithfulness toward me. My God, in his intense love toward me, will go before me. And the language here is he'll go before is from kadam, is to be before and to confront, that he will go before me. And God will let me look down on my foes. Because he's my strong tower. I'm going to be able to peer down, to look down on them as he goes before me. Verse 12, don't slay them, lest my people forget. With your power, with your chayil, your valor, your power, your strength, you are the chayil, you are the mighty one. With your power, shake them. Now, hang on to this word. It's nuah. It was to make one shake or tremble or totter. We're going to see that word in a little bit here. Make them kind of off balance. In your power, shake them, make them unsteady, and bring them down, O Lord, our shield. Verse 13. The sin of their mouth is the words of their lips. Or it just says the sin of their mouth, the word of their lips. The sin of their mouth, the word of their lips. Let them be caught in their pride, in their exaltedness. Let them be captured by their own arrogance. as they try to lift themselves up. Let them be captured in that. And for uttering a curse and a lie, and the uttering is recounting. They're counting the number. They have numerous curses, numerous oaths, false oaths and lies. All the things that they're saying, the sin of their mouth is that the swords that are coming out of their mouth as they exalt themselves. He says, Lord, as they recount these things, let them be caught by all of this. Let them be captured in their pride. At this point, he's saying, don't kill them. I want my people, I want God's people to not forget, to see that you are the deliverer, to see that you bring them down, that they're caught in their exaltedness, they're caught in their pride. Let the people see this and observe their being brought down low. And now in verse 14 he says, consume them in wrath, to consume kala, to bring a process to completion, to finish them in your heat. Consume them until there are none, until they are no more, until ain ve'ein mo, and there are none. Let them know. May they know and recognize. May they know that God rules over Jacob. Now, the language here is let them know, and it says, Ki Elohim, because God, Moshel B'Yaakov. And Moshel is kind of the word for a proverb. So let them know this proverb, this connection, this relationship between God and Jacob, between God and his children. Let them know as a proverb, as a saying, as a that they will know, it will ring out this relationship between God and Jacob. That God is and Jacob, is with Jacob, B'Yaakov, to the ends of the earth. Let them know this proverb, that God is with Jacob. Listen, it actually says, Afsei haaretz, until it ceases. Afsei is until it ceases, until it ends the earth. That let them know this proverb, that God is in Jacob. God is with Jacob till the earth ceases, till the earth comes to an end. Selah. That God is faithful to his covenant, that in his covenant love, that he is faithful to his people until the earth ceases, right? And that the Lord repeats that through the prophets repeatedly. That heaven and earth, and if heaven and earth pass away, that's when I'm done with Jacob, with my people. Verse 15. So now he's had this, he's prayed, right? He's focused on the Lord. My eyes are on you. I'm looking to you. And he's called on the Lord, and he's wrestled with the Lord, and now he looks back. And it says in verse 15, it's a repetition of verse 7. They return at night. They return at evening, snarling like a dog, prowling about the city. Okay, except now, because of David's praise and his prayer, his focusing on the Lord, now there's a shift in what's going on in his heart. And there's a contrast between them and what they're doing, the futility of what they're doing, and the certain victory that he knows that he has in the Lord. There's a contrast between their restlessness that we'll see and him resting and rejoicing in the Lord, though he is surrounded. They return at night. They're prowling around, snarling, roaring like a dog, snarling like a dog, surrounding the city. Verse 16, they wander. Here's that word again, nuah. They totter, they shake, they stagger and tremble around for food or to devour. They're going around and around, unsteady, to devour. And if they are not satisfied, if they are not full, if they are not satiated, they stay up all night. It's just all night. They just wander unsteady in the night, looking to be fulfilled, looking to devour, but unsatisfied. Right? There's no rest all night as they seek after what the Lord will not allow them to consume his David. And so they stagger and are unsteady as he has prayed, Lord, stagger them, make them unsteady. And so, then they're not going to be satisfied. Verse 17, he says, Va'ani, but I. Again, that repeated emphasis when it says ani, like I, but I sing of your strength. They totter around. They're unsatisfied. But I sing of your strength, of your power, of your prevailing, of your uzecha. Yes, in the morning I sing aloud of your loving kindness, of your chesed, of your chastecha, of your chesed, of your covenant loyalty. For you have been, or you have become, my misgav, my sagav, my fortress, my inaccessibly high tower. In the morning, they'll have wandered all night, shaken and tottering, but I'm singing. They're unsatisfied, unfulfilled. What they are seeking to devour has kept them up all night. They have no rest. But I sing of your strength because I'm surrounded, but you are my tower, my inaccessibly high tower. Not inaccessible to me, but inaccessible to those, to the enemy that would seek to devour me. You have become my fortress, my sagav, a refuge, a place of escape in the day of my trouble, in the day of my distress, in the day of my tsar, biyom tsar li, in the day of when it was tightening around me. You lifted me up. You are my strong tower. Verse 18, O my strength, Uzi, to you I sing praises. For God is my misgav, my inaccessibly high tower. Right? I sing of your strength, for God is my strong tower, my God of loving kindness. Elohai chasdi, my chesed God, my loving, faithful, loyal, covenant faithful God. I will sing praises, right? So this is what so go back to that opening word. This is a song he wrote when Saul sent men to watch the house to kill him. Before he's let down through the window. By the time he goes down through the window, God makes a way of escape. But before he goes down through the window, he's already come to a place where he is singing praises. They will be unsatisfied. They will be unfulfilled. They're still surrounding him. They're here at evening, snarling like dogs, looking to devour all around. And yet, as he's turned to the Lord and he praises the Lord and he worships the Lord, there's a confidence. You are the God of my love, my loving God. In your chesed, in your love, in your faithfulness, you are my high tower. You are my strong tower. And they can swipe, but they can't reach because I am in you. In you, you are my strong tower. Amen? So just no matter what you feel surrounded by, doesn't mean they're not out there. Doesn't mean that the enemy doesn't prowl around seeking whom he may devour. But the Lord is your strong tower. He will hold you. He will protect you. Look to him, call on him, worship him in the midst of, even in moments when you feel like, this isn't because I'm not walking in rebellion. I'm not walking in sin here. My eyes are on you, Lord. And so in the midst of that, I can still worship you. I can still praise your name. Amen. All right. And let me say good morning to everybody else that has joined this morning. Good morning to Pat and Lori. Good morning, you guys. And Tina. Good morning, Tina. And yeah, I did get a new candle. It's not lit this morning. It's the mulled cider from Walmart, and I love that smell. It smells like fall to me. It's my favorite. One of my favorites. All right, and good morning to Katrina, and Ron and Amy. Good morning, you guys. Hope you're doing well, and to the Eddies, thanks for the affirmation. I got all the names. All right, I think I got everybody. If I missed anyone, I apologize. All right. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Shalom, shalom. Have a beautiful day.